A world without communication is a world without relationship. We're in relationship every day when we're able to communicate. Our needs are met, our lives are touched by other people, so if you don't have that, you really have nothing.
Speech-language pathologists work to prevent, assess, diagnose, and treat speech, language, social communication, cognitive communication, and swallowing disorders in children and adults. It is work that is highly challenging and greatly rewarding.
A speech-language pathologist is a person who works in schools, hospitals, rehabilitation care centers, in private practice to help a person communicate more effectively. I guess in a nutshell, that's the best way of putting it.
Intervening with another human being and helping that other human being at a time of ultimate crisis, the loss of communication or the loss of swallowing, cannot be measured. It is a gift you can give, and it is life-sustaining.
There are so many people with communicative disorders that have difficulty speaking, whether it be unable to produce a certain sound, or because of maybe a traumatic brain injury, or because they were born a certain way, that they need some help developing language. So our job is to help people communicate, and as long as there's a need to communicate, we have a job.
A speech pathologist should be used by every single human being, even if you don't have a speech and language disability, because speech pathologists can give you the tools of communication, and communication is everything. If you can communicate, it doesn't mean necessarily articulate, but communicate your thoughts, your emotions, stay connected, collaborate with others. You're going to have healthier relationships, and you're going to do better at work. And a speech pathologist is qualified to do that.
To become a speech-language pathologist is the best career decision ever. You can work with children all the way up through geriatrics. It's a profession in which you're happy every day because you know you're making a difference. Not too many people wake up every morning wanting to go to work. Speech-language pathologists always want to work.
It's just been a very rewarding career. I love the people that I work with. I love the clients that I've served.
I think that many of us have heard our patients say to us, "You gave me my life back." And it is indescribable the difference between someone who did not have that ability and someone who, say, a year and a half or 2 years later ends up with the ability to communicate in maybe a different but a very satisfying way.
I remember an elderly lady saying to me one time who had just finished her therapy services, "Talking is what keeps me alive, honey." And I think she was right. It is. It's the humanity in us, it's the reaching out. A life without that is a very sad one.
Following surgery when he was 16 years old, Darren Hubert was left with no voice. Dr. Rebecca Leonard, a speech-language pathologist, worked with him to get his voice back.
Dr. Leonard, she helped me get my life back. You know, to go from being a 16-year-old with no ability to speak really other than in a very close setting, to being able to be an adult and a bit professional with a career and have a life and a busy social life and just a full life now. I have all of that I owe to her commitment to working with me as long as she did.
The gratitude that comes from patients of you being able to bestow this marvelous gift on them is extraordinary.
I feel so lucky to be one, because to give people that kind of gift is just a blast.